Taurus. Hello, Taurus. I hope you're doing well. Let's find out what's going on with Taurus and what does Taurus need to know. All right, so the first card that came out is you, the Hierophant, coming out strong right away. The Hierophant is a teacher. The Hierophant is a mentor. The Hierophant passes on information, is the intermediary between the divine and humanity. So this could be someone that you are dealing with, right? You could be consulting some kind of a teacher, but I feel like this is all about you. We're talking about you today, Taurus, and we're talking about your future. There could also be an Aquarius here, but this is about you and your future, establishing a strong foundation for yourself that's going to last for the rest of your life. Something that you are learning right now. In the process of learning, you've been initiated into some kind of important knowledge or wisdom, and it's really very important for you to apply this knowledge or wisdom to the foundation and construction of your lifestyle. What does that mean? You have some kind of knowledge, putting it into practice right now, today, the next week or month or something. I'm just getting like right now. What you are doing right now is setting yourself up for an important future, okay? Long-term future vision planning. This is like a plan for the future. Let's get a little bit more context. You made up your mind. You're making a decision, and there may have been a dilemma here with the Two of Swords, but you're doing this for yourself, for your own peace of mind, for your own healing, okay? Because this is a healing practice. This is a spiritual healing practice. This is inner peace, inner centeredness. That's what you're being guided to focus on right now, if you're not doing it already. So you are healing, because the Star card is about hope for the future, okay? But when I see this Two of Swords with this Hierophant, the Star, it's telling me that you are in some kind of healing practice mode, where you are quietly focused on the inside. What does your inner temple look like, so to speak? Not just your external lifestyle and the way that you're setting up your life for a very beautiful, peaceful, healing future, right? Because this is what we're talking about. We're talking about your inner practice of, unshakable inner peace. And I do have an oracle deck called Unshakable Inner Peace, and we will be getting some oracles at the end of this reading, so stay tuned if you're into that. So what we're talking about here, Taurus, is you are centering yourself in peace and maybe even solitude. Okay, yeah, at the bottom of the deck, I do have a Five of Wands and the High Priestess. Silence, solitude, and stillness. You are practicing stillness because life is kind of crazy sometimes, right? With that Five of Wands, Ace of Wands, exactly. Ooh, the Emperor, I love it, the Chariot. So let's keep it simple. You are getting focused. You are going from the Five of Wands to the Ace of Wands. In my opinion, that's like going from being scatterbrained and all over the place, pulled in all sorts of different directions. Now you are focusing in and getting very highly concentrated. And you're doing this by yourself, for yourself, concentrating, distilling, okay? Becoming distilled down to your essence. We are boiling you down to your essence, and this is making you stronger. This is a source of power for you. It's inside power as well. It's nothing, it's nothing to do with external power, although there will be external signs, right? It will show, it'll look good on you, but this is all about your inward power. You have a very powerful spiritual practice that you are participating in, that you are initiated in, that you have learned how to apply to your life inside and out, especially on the inside. And this is helping you to heal, okay? This is helping you to become concentrated and focused on what's really important and to direct your willpower towards constructing I just heard highly rational okay? And also highly intuitive lifestyle for yourself. Okay, I'm seeing the two pillars now, and she's in the middle of both. Okay, Taurus, you have within you a profound darkness as well as a profound light, a powerful light and a powerful darkness. And when you find yourself going to extremes, if you find yourself leaning a little too far into the darkness, or even leaning a little too far into the right, or into the light, rather, to the left or the right, okay, darkness or light, you're going to bring yourself back to your center. And you're going to rest in your center. You are resting in your center. I almost see you, ignoring. I want to say ignoring. I see you ignoring. I see you shutting out. I see you withdrawing into your center and ignoring outside chaos, because there seems to be some kind of chaos around you, and it's like you're the eye of the storm, the eye of the hurricane. There is stillness in your center where you can rest. And I see you finding that if you haven't found it already. I'm connecting to someone who is very focused on their spirituality, their spiritual practices, their meditation, their yoga, their fitness, whatever. Going for a walk maybe helps to clear your mind, but I do see meditation here. I see stillness, solitude, and silence as a way of life. And this is setting you up for a very healthy future. Whatever you're doing right now, it's working and it looks so good on you. Keep it going, keep it up. You have this very powerful, authentic, spiritual, psychic ability that you are tapping into, that you understand implicitly, that you don't have to explain. If somebody else doesn't see it, that's okay. You don't do it for other people, and you don't answer to anybody but God or spirit or the universe, source. It's all the same. It's the nameless with 1,000 names. You know who I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. The I am, okay? You answer to no one but the divine. I don't know why I have to say that. There's this idea of hierarchy I'm starting to get. And this high priestess, she answers to no one but the divine. And that's you, Taurus. Your personal relationship with the divine. That's what I'm seeing here. And this is what's elevating you. This is where you get your healing from, because there has been some kind of chaos around you. There's been resistance, but I see a very powerful breakthrough in your creative life force energy, where you are authentic in your power, centered, and you are authentic in your desire as well. I'm starting to hear a message about desire. Are there any this is different. Something different is coming through. King of Wands. All right, so there is a fire sign here. Okay, hold on. There's a Leo. Okay. Or an Aries. There's someone with Leo or Aries in their chart. And this person is very assertive. This may be someone that you work with. The Eight of Pentacles is here. This is important. Again, the Eight of Pentacles is like applying your skills and practicing your skills and getting better at it. Practice makes perfect. So there's a practice here that you're getting better at. Right. So there's some kind of communication coming in and a problem is being solved. There may have been between this King of Wands and the Queen of Swords some kind of argument or upset, exchange of words. And wow, I've got 333 here. Oh, I've got 4 threes with that Empress. Let me just take this one thing at a time. So I feel like this is probably related to your spiritual practice, okay? But this may be to do with a relationship, and this feels different. I feel intuitively that I'm picking up on someone else's energy in your life. So this King of Wands, all right, could be a Leo, or I've got Libra and Taurus here as well, someone with Venus in Leo, or Sun in Aries, you know, something like this. It's Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. It's a masculine fire sign. And I see him kind of aggressively speaking his mind with the Knight of Swords. Okay, this is a very strong personality. What's he saying to you? He has an idea. He has a plan. He's telling you his plans, his ideas. All right, he's sort of forceful. He's very bold and confident, and he's initiating some kind of conversation with you, looking forward to a future life of prosperity with this Empress here. He may even be telling you how he feels about you, what he thinks, because the Empress is Venus. Venus is Libra and Taurus, okay? He may be trying to persuade you to get on board with his plan. He's telling you, this is what I'm going to do. This is how it's going to be. He's kind of bossy and pushy. He's not really in the mood for compromise right now. I'm not sure. I just don't see it. I see him being intently focused and maybe even waiting for an opportunity, looking forward to, I think he's looking forward to seeing you. I think he's coming towards you. I mean, look at this spread. I'm trying to interpret this in the most general possible way because this is a general reading for Taurus. So if you'd like personal details, you could email me for that. But let's just bring this down to earth. This King of Wands is talking to you, okay? He's planning on talking to you. He's looking forward to talking to you. He's very disciplined, but he has very strong desires and appetites. He's very much in control of himself. He's very mature, but he's also very, what am I saying? I'm getting like he's hungry. He's hungry. I'm just looking at this Strength card and this Three of Wands, because I feel like there's more to this story than perhaps meets the eye. So we'll just put him here for a second because it looks like you are sitting here busy, focused on your work. I see you with the Eight of Pentacles here. There's the Queen of Swords in the middle, okay? The Queen of Swords is no nonsense. She's very intelligent, but she's also with this Three of Swords here and I'm getting like, she's responding and speaking her mind as well. I'm seeing an open, honest communication, dialogue between these two. And I feel like there's been some kind of a problem. There's been a back and forth. And if you decide which side of this you're on, I feel like if you represent, you know, if you are identifying with the Queen of Swords in all of this, you are focused on your work. You are trying your best to speak your mind and speak up about how you really feel. Make a stand up for yourself. I feel like there was, okay, you're focused on your work. I think you both feel very much like this relationship is important to you, but you are in a sort of Queen of Swords, very rational, she's not someone who likes to open up about how she feels. She's not someone who is overly emotional. And even around the people that she's closest to, she tends to keep a lot of herself to herself. What am I saying? So this is someone who's very private. This is someone who does not like to be vulnerable. This is someone who has a hard past and has learned a lot of hard lessons in her life. And she can be kind of cold, honestly. She can be a little cold. And it looks like there are a lot of feelings here on both sides. There's talk about feelings, talk about plans, talk about the dark and the light, talking about how this is an important relationship, but there's a problem that needs to be solved. And I feel like talking about it and opening up about it is not easy, but she's working on it. She's working on talking about what she's working on. Talking about this problem, talking about how do we really feel about something? Was there a disagreement? Was there a misunderstanding? I think it implies there may have been. And that this was a necessary conversation to have. It was important, and it'll be easier to see after the fact in hindsight that this was kind of a breakthrough here in this relationship. I'm seeing that this leads to a much deeper understanding, a much better understanding. It's like clarifying something. And I feel like the Queen of Swords is kind of stressed out. And she's speaking up about what's bothering her. She really cares about what she's doing here. Maybe they both really care about the same thing. So I got 3-3, Queen of Swords, 8-8. Look at all these synchronicities. I've got 3-3-8 over here. Look at that. Do you see that? Empress, 3 of Wands, and the number 8 is the strength, okay? With the Knight of Swords, the King of Wands. And then I've got 3-3-8-8. So these two are very alike in many ways. The way that they are speaking to each other, I feel like they're both of them are kind of assertive or kind of aggressive. You know, both of them can be kind of argumentative. Maybe both of them are feeling this way. It's like she's trying to get better at opening up about something here, because this feels like a very important conversation or a very important relationship. But it's also, she's heartbroken. This person has a broken heart. She's got a backstory. Something about this was unsettling or very stressful, and she's talking about it. She wants to talk about the good things and the bad things. She's trying to work something out, putting your money where your mouth is, basically, or putting the plan into action, putting the idea into action. Because it's Cups, Swords, Wands, and Pentacles. It's like the whole spread. It's the whole package. Very intelligent, needs to make a decision, needs to solve a problem. Having a hard time doing that, working on it, trying to figure it out, and is open to having a conversation here. So it seems like this King of Wands is trying to talk about the future, trying to look forward to creating some kind of a lifestyle, and is talking to this Queen of Swords about it. So let's try to tie this all together. What is this reading trying to tell us? There has been some kind of a disturbance, I would say, perhaps between these two people. That would be that 5 of Wands. There's a conflict here. It seems like you are a very spiritual person, Taurus, and you are doing your best to maintain a certain level of centeredness and inner peace as you deal with something that may be kind of stressful. This interaction, this conversation between the two of them, it feels like it feels kind of stressful, you know? It feels like there may have been an argument. It's not just, let's talk about how much we love each other. It's like, let's work this out. Let's get to the bottom of it. Let's hash out the details. Let's work on this. Something like that. It's about working on it. It's about making an idea into a plan, turning the plan into a reality. Queen of Swords is not trusting, all right? But she's trying. Yeah, okay. Someone's very quiet about their feelings. I saw the Four of Swords and the Knight of Cups. Being very quiet right now. Yeah, Four of Cups, Six of Cups. Maybe is not looking for love or romance, or someone doesn't feel very good. Someone feels unhappy. Like everything's okay, but they don't feel okay. So this King of Wands wants to talk about the future. Is totally focused on this plan, this idea. Wants to talk to you about it. And it seems like you, if you are identifying with the Queen of Swords, you are trying to express your thoughts and your feelings in the most rational way that you can to make something very, very clear. Getting very clear about your goals, about your work. You know, it's like she's saying, that's great, but I'm working on this right now. Okay, I'm working on it. This is interesting. So this King of Wands, he's like, I want to have this. This is what I want. This is what he's saying. He's just like, I want this. This is what I want. This is what I'm going to do. This is who I am. This is how it's going to be. This is my plan. I'm going to come towards you and we're going to do this. I'm waiting for you. I'm looking forward to this, creating this life together. It could be that he's saying that he wants to have a family or that he wants to have a certain kind of lifestyle. He's talking about love because the high priestess is here, but I'm talking about the Empress. The Empress is Venus. That's love and fertility and, you know, babies and motherhood and, you know, perhaps this is what he sees in the Queen of Swords, or he sees this in you. This is what he wants. He wants us, and it's like creating a new life, being reborn, looking forward to this with the Three of Wands. This is the plan. Establishing and creating a new life, whether it's literally having children or, you know, living together, being together in a house, in a home, you know, building a life together, basically. I want to have a life together. This is what I want. I desire this. I want this with you. And then the Queen of Swords over here is not feeling like she's trying to be open to this. I feel like she wants to open up to this, but she's not sure. There's a dilemma here. There's an unanswered question. There's some kind of problem in communication. I see it getting cleared up. She doesn't trust. The Queen of Swords is wearing a mask. She's got her walls up. She's focused on her work. She'll believe it when she sees it. She's no nonsense whatsoever. Absolutely no nonsense. And she's not a happy person. Okay, yeah, because somebody's really unhappy. And maybe, you know, they would love this because I feel like she loves this idea with the Three of Cups. There's so much about this. Like, she feels it too. She thinks that there is a very important relationship here. She's receptive to this. Mercury in Cancer is here. You know, she could have Mercury in Cancer. So this is very meaningful to her. She wants to have a family too. She wants to do the same thing. She wants it in her heart. But her mind says no. Or in her mind, she doesn't see how this is going to happen. Or there's some kind of a conflict here. And something needs to be said or done. Talking about a plan. Talking about putting these ideas into practice. Putting it to work. Making it work. How's it going to work? Here's what I think. Here's what's going to happen. That's what she's saying. He's like, I want to do this. I want this with you. I want to look forward to having a lifestyle together with you. And she's like, great. I love that idea. But the thing is, ... here's what's going to, and so, you know, but there's this problem and here's how we're going to solve it. So there has been some kind of disagreement or friction between these two. It's probably a very creative friction, creative tension, maybe sexual tension. I mean, we got the Ace of Wands here. This is all about desire. Is there something that you really want that you're not admitting it, or something like you need to be very open about what you want? And it's hard for you to open up about what you want. It's hard for you to trust and to be vulnerable and to let somebody see you in both your dark and your light. Maybe you'd prefer to be seen one way or the other, right? But you've got to have a balance of the two. Yeah, exactly. 9 of Wands. Reluctant to open up. 9 of Swords. What was I just saying? 5 of Pentacles. Worried about it. There's a lot of anxiety here, a lot of mental anguish. And you have to find it in you, finding the strength and the courage within yourself to open up and let somebody in. And you're not. You're really not. This Queen of Pentacles, I almost said Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. Yeah, someone has very low expectations. Someone has negative expectations, does not trust, doesn't see the way forward, is like, wow, yeah. Okay, that's what we're talking about here. Look, and that's about to change, and you're about to get some kind of a clarity here. This conversation that the two of you are going to have is going to make it very, very clear. What? How they feel, the King of Cups. It's clarifying emotion. 10 of Cups. Okay. Knight of Wands. 6 of Swords. Yeah, exactly. So clarity is being restored here. 6 of Wands. Yeah. So this is a challenge. Somebody has all kinds of fear and anxiety and anguish and is heartbroken. This person has a past, a history of something. Something happened, okay? They're heartbroken. They've learned some very hard lessons in their life that has made them sort of cold or emotionally aloof. All right, they put up a wall here. They're guarded. They don't trust. They want it. She wants to trust. She wants to, but she doesn't. She can't. She can't let herself be hurt again. Okay? Or there's a problem here that needs to be solved of some kind. And I know that's vague, but I'm doing it on purpose because it's a general reading, like I said. But I do see things changing for the better. I also see forward movement. And here's the thing is like, right, so you've got to have that balance. This is all about balance today. And you need to protect yourself. We all need to protect ourselves. That's important. Security is important. But we also need to grow. We need to open ourselves up to new experiences if we're going to grow. And opening up to new experiences and new people is risky, but you have to take the chance. You got to take a chance if you're going to grow. Otherwise, you're just going to stagnate and your life's not going to go anywhere. And so she's trying to find that middle ground and to stay, yeah, it's like you're trying to be at rest in your center and find that middle way, that you're not going to any extremes, that you're not jumping right into something and being completely, you know, optimistic, right? You're not naive. She's not naive. She's not a Pollyanna. But at the same time, you can't just be completely shut off and be completely negative and pessimistic either. Something in the middle, something more realistic and rational. So there's this balance between protection and safety and security and making sure you're not taking any unnecessary risks or something like that, where you're going to make some kind of a mistake. Protecting yourself from harm and mistakes. And then also there's the other side of it, balancing that out with being open to new experiences and learning new things and growing and changing. And that requires stepping into the unknown. Stepping out of your comfort zone into the unknown to learn something new and to be open to perhaps what this person has to say. Taurus, are you open to what this person has to say? I think you want to be. I think you would like to be. But you've already learned the hard way in the past that you can't just trust people. You can't just take their word for it. You need to see tangible action and results. Believe it when you see it kind of thing. That's what she says. I think she's kind of got an attitude. But they both do in this situation. I see that. So he's going to try to make his feelings known, his intentions. He's going to try to convince you that this is the plan, that this is the way forward. I think he'd be offended if you didn't believe him. And maybe you don't, but that's the thing. I don't think you believe him. I think you don't believe it. But I see this is being transformed. Some kind of lack of clarity, something is becoming clear. Something is going from chaos to clarity, from fear to truth. Like stepping into some kind of a truth here. It's a moment of truth. That's what I'm seeing. Being open to this. So I feel like, and this could be you, you know, you're afraid that this isn't true, that it's not real, that you can't trust, you know, you got a lot of dark thoughts and you're ruminating and really brooding on this, fear for the future, afraid that something is not going to work out, afraid of making a mistake. You beat yourself up, perhaps. You're hard on yourself for past mistakes that you've made. You've done a lot of healing. You've really done a lot of work on yourself, and you're very spiritual, and you know yourself very well, and you know how to refocus and center yourself in your spiritual practice, your meditation, how to find peace within yourself, okay? And I see you sort of taking a step away, withdrawing from this, and holding yourself apart from it, being sort of aloof and observing and taking your time to really get to know this person and taking whatever time you need to open up to them in your own way. So you're talking about the plan. These two are talking about the plan for the future. There's been some kind of disagreement about this. Hold on a second. I need to take a step back from this reading. I'll be right back in 1 minute. I'll be right back. I'll edit this. Because I want to get your oracle. Okay. All right, let's see. So, here you are resting in your center in stillness, solitude, and silence, following your intuition, listening to your guides, answering to no man but the divine, you know, answering to no one except for your own inner voice. Your own inner voice is the most important voice to you, but there is this person who's coming towards you and they're trying to talk to you about some kind of a plan for the future, some kind of idea that they have, their feelings for you, their passions, their desires, their hunger, their appetites. Like, this is a very attractive person and they're paying attention to you, and there's a lot of mutual desire here, and you're starting to see very clearly the way forward in this. Some kind of a decision has got to be made, and you can't put it off. Maybe you've been putting it off, but it's time to make up your mind and make a choice. But you're afraid of making a mistake, and you kind of beat yourself up for past mistakes that you've made. And so you're trying to make sure that this is real before you even, it's like, you want to make sure that this is the real thing before you open up. And I think you love this idea. I think that this is a very important relationship to both of you. The feelings are mutual. There's mutual attraction here. Falling in love and wanting the same thing. It's on both sides. But somebody, I feel like it's the Queen of Swords. She's got this attitude, and it comes from a place of pain and suffering. And she's got some concerns. Let's say she's concerned about making the wrong move. She also you may have Gemini, Mars in Gemini in your chart. Okay. She's got sort of there's a cruelty here. There's almost like taking it too far sometimes. Saying things from cruelty or anger or hurt. And do you sometimes feel like this is part of your struggle, Taurus, where you may say things from a place of feeling hurt, and you're suffering, and you do your best to remain centered, but every so often, perhaps, you lose that center? I feel like someone is triggered. So this is very triggering. And it's like, because she's triggered, she wants to pull back and to recenter and refocus. Something got a little out of hand. Perhaps there was an argument, or there was a disagreement, or there was tension between these two. And it got, you know, there was some friction. It got a little out of hand or something like this. And so you pull back and you recenter yourself, and you put your spiritual beliefs and your practice, you know, you put your spiritual experiences into practice. Putting these beliefs into practice, helping yourself to refocus, become focused and centered, and to be more clear, to make something clear. I love this idea, she says, but I'm concerned. I'm concerned about whatever it is. I'm concerned that you're lying to me. You are saying all the right things. Because the King of Wands here with the Strength and the Empress and all of this, it's like he knows what to say. Like he's saying all the right things. Like, why are you saying all the right things to me right now? I don't believe a goddamn word you've ever said to me. That's what she's saying. She's like, I don't believe you. I don't believe any of this. Or something like that. She's like, there's a problem here, and they're both, there's a back and forth, and I don't know. I can't get into further detail than that. So let me see. I want to get a little clarification. Look at that, 2 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. It's a dilemma, and there's a need for a decision. You know, there's a decision that needs to be made. All right, so, okay, wow. Well, this is victory and success. This is rising up, overcoming a challenge. There's a higher calling here. And there's a need for forgiveness and to have a bird's eye view, to see something from someone else's point of view. I've got Jupiter and Leo here. I've got the Judgment, and I've got the 6 of Cups. And okay, 6 of Cups, Knight of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, and the Strength. Someone's got this, you know, there's this romantic connection. Someone's working on it. They want to work together on this. Somebody's attitude, someone's attitude about this romantic connection, perhaps stemming from problems they've had in the past, is really making it harder than it has to be to see their way forward in this new opportunity, this new plan. And I feel like someone needs to have a sort of change of attitude, to be more open and more, I guess, trusting. Maybe lightening up a little bit, which is hard because, yeah, someone is just not open. I feel like someone's not open, but they may need to be a bit more flexible. If you want to have this connection with this person, you're going to need to be a little softer, a little more flexible, a little more open to their ideas, to hearing them out. And it's so hard to trust, and you're so scared. But if you're gonna grow, you've got to take the risk. You don't have to do it completely unprepared. You don't have to jump into something with, you know, 0 preparation whatsoever, right? For instance, let's say you're traveling. You're traveling to a new location. You've never been there before. You don't know anybody in this new city. So what do? You make plans ahead of time. Plan ahead. Book a hotel. You've got your itinerary. You know where you're going to be, right? So it gives you some kind of knowledge ahead of time. Do a little research. Look into it. Find out a little bit more information about the city that you're traveling to so that you're not completely unprepared, so that when you get there, you know where you're going to be, at what time, something like that, right? You don't have to be flying completely blind. You can prepare yourself by getting some more information, by having a plan, working out the details of the plan. And I think that's what the Queen of Swords maybe is trying to do in her own sort of way. Something is bothering her, and she needs to be honest about it. And he seems like he's trying to articulate his thoughts and feelings, his desires, his vision for the future in the most comprehensible way that he can, like trying to make it clear, like, no, this is what I really want. Being honest about it. Like, there's honesty here. So are you wondering if they're being honest with you? I think the answer is yes. You're going to get some clarity on this. The Six of Wands again. So whatever this problem is, I see the two of you solving it, being like so dedicated to this new idea, building a life together. Look, the Ten of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles are here. The Strength, the Knight of Cups. I mean, someone is, and the Six of Cups. This is like a romantic offer coming in. The Eight of Wands to the Hierophant. The Emperor. Yeah, it's like, yeah, okay. Emperor, Page of Cups. Knight. Yeah, okay, but there's, yeah. So someone needs to really heal. They're working on healing some self-destructive behaviors and their mindset. It's like this attitude towards this is like, okay, I want this, but I don't believe it's going to happen. Ouch. Like, isn't that, if someone is being honest with you about how they feel and you don't believe them, I don't know. Let's see. What's the advice? Because if somebody wants this, yeah, there's the Two of Cups, the Nine of Swords. What are you afraid of? You're afraid of making some kind of a mistake, making a move, afraid they're going to leave, afraid of abandonment. There's the Empress. Yeah, it's like slowing it down a little bit, wanting to take it slow, building on this slowly. And maybe that's what you need as a Taurus. You are slow and steady. Slow it down. Taurus does not jump into things. I feel like this King of Wands, Knight of Swords wants to go fast. Maybe it's just a little too fast for you. Maybe slow it down a little bit, focusing on the details, working it out, working out a plan, hashing out some kind of difficult or difficult energy here, problem solving together. She's expressing both sides, both her desire and her love and her feelings and her affection, but also her fears and something that's disturbing her peace. Like, okay, let's get an Oracle of Inner Peace. Unshakable inner peace. How long is this one? Oh my God. Oh my God. 47.50. I will be editing that one part. All right. It's a little long, but okay. Oracle of Inner Peace. It's like building a life together requires that you need to be healed first, that you need to be open to this, that if you're not ready for it, if you decide that you're not ready for it, it's like, yes, I want this, but I have a problem. The problem is, you know, ... fill in the blanks. But there's a new opportunity here to build a lifestyle together. Somebody really wants this with you. It feels important. It feels like kind of a big deal. Okay, so the card that came out says, number 25, it's all in divine order. Allow it. How can you relax into the flow and go with the current of life? Yeah, so if you're not relaxed, if you're all full of tension and stress, then this is stressing you out. How can you relax and sort of go with the flow and allow this to happen? How can you allow someone in? Allowing someone to love you and to be with you. This is hard, okay? Maybe it's hard to do. Let's find out. Let's read from the book. Okay, there is a divine and perfect order to all of life. Just look to nature and see how everything has its right time and place. Yet it can be hard to see how this plays out in human experience. Any stress and frustration in your life could be because you are resisting what is. Yeah, she's stressed out and she's resisting it. Like he's coming in, he's like, I love you, I want to be with you, I want you, you're, you know, I want to hold on to you, I want to be together, I want to build a life together into the future. And she's like resisting, even though she really loves this idea and she wants it. She's got her guard up. She's guarded, she's closed off, she's not open. She's resisting, and this is what's causing the tension. Resisting this person's love is causing problems for you in this relationship because you don't trust them. You're not open to it. You're not soft. You're hard and cold. But that's not all there is to you. That's the thing. Like, you're just being that way because you're disappointed with life, because you're sad, because you're hurt, and you're focused a lot on the past and past pain and suffering. Your past is starting to interfere with your future. Your past is going to interfere with your future if you don't get a handle on it. I think that's what the reading is saying. Yeah, there's a new, yeah. So what do you really want? New opportunity. It's very exciting. You really want this. Are you having a hard time admitting that you really want this? Or allowing it or accepting it? There's the Lovers, the Wheel of Fortune. This is a very important relationship. It's destined. You know what I mean? Like, this is such an important relationship to you, and you're screwing it up, Taurus. Get it together. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let's be nice. Okay, any stress and frustration in your life could be because you are resisting what is. From a spiritual context, everything is connected and works together. Divine order requires a radical surrender to a faith stronger than your will. This is your invitation to trust the unknown and believe in something bigger than yourself. This is bigger than yourself, okay? This is about trusting, trusting the unknown. What were we talking about? The tension between playing it safe and trusting the unknown, staying where you're at and not growing. And, you know, maybe it's familiar, maybe it's secure, but there's no growth available to you there. You're going to have to take a risk. You're going to have to open yourself up. Maybe that's harder than it sounds, you know, maybe easier said than done. Trusting the unknown. Believe in something bigger than yourself. You are being called to stop the struggle. Look at your life and see which areas you are pushing against. Stop the struggle, Taurus. Stop struggling. Let me love you, he says. Stop struggling. He's trying to soften you up. And you're like, why are you trying to soften me up for, huh? What's your angle? But it comes from a place of fear. And you're trying to protect yourself from getting hurt. But you're also closing yourself off to love. And, you know, I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional. Look at your life and see which areas you are pushing against. Surrender to the flow. Let yourself ride the current and float forward. Allow it. There is an infinite loving presence and one power moving in and through all of us. Allow it. The universe has a system that works. The sun and moon know exactly what to do and when to do it. Human evolution and personal growth are a beautiful and profound system as well. Tap into this flow for your own life. Release all resistance and allow everything in your life to be as it is. Yes, just be. Just allow it. Just let it be. Let it be what it is. Let it be beautiful. Can't you just let it be beautiful? No, you gotta fight. No, you're resisting it. Why? Maybe you have reasons. That's okay. We love that for you. Anyway, the universe has a system that works. Human evolution and personal growth are a beautiful and profound system as well. Tap into this flow for your own life. Release all resistance and allow everything in your life to be as it is. As you accept life as it is, you become free of fear-based manipulations and step into a graceful flow. Allowing the world to be what it is and honoring all things as they are will awaken you to a new sense of well-being. That's what this is all leading to. It's leading you to a new sense of well-being. Stop resisting the flow. Stop resisting this person's love. Are you dumb? Or what? This is an amazing opportunity for you. You're going to be so happy. Yeah, Yeah, you are. Empress, 9 of Pentacles. It's so healthy. This could be so good for you. But what? Yep, fear, darkness, the dark side has, in this reading today, you're being told, do not go to extremes, all right? You don't need to be naive and so open-minded that your brain falls out, right? But you don't need to be closed off either. See it for what it is. Let it be what it is. Can you just, okay, hold on. Honor the light within all and trust the divine flow of creation's plan. Life is truly in divine order always. How can I relax into the flow and go with the current of life? You need to be an open channel, all right, for divine source energy. If you need to do a cleansing ritual, that's cool too. But you're being told to be a little more open-minded about this, all right? Let it be. Let it be. Let's get a systems oracle. I got this in the mail yesterday. It was pre-ordered for my birthday and finally arrived. And I love it, so let's use it. Digital. I'm not sure what that means yet, so we're going to read from the book anyway. The number 53 came out, digital, and I feel I'm being called to get one more, so we will. But first, digital. Technology, upgrading, network, cybernetic, and wired. The digital card represents the rapidly evolving world of technology, data, and virtual reality, transforming our lives in countless ways. It invites you to explore the potential of digital tools and platforms to enhance your creativity, connectivity, and learning. The digital realm offers incredible opportunities for innovation and progress, yet it also carries risks of addiction, alienation, and information overload. This card encourages you to develop a healthy and balanced relationship with technology, using it to support your goals and values rather than letting it control you. Harness the power of the digital while staying grounded in the physical world. The shadow side of this card is analog, lack of technology, disconnection from virtual realms, technophobia, and outdated systems. So I feel like we're going to get one more card, but for some of you, there may be a need to have a better balanced relationship when it comes to like the internet, the content that you consume. Be careful that you're not spending too much time online. You don't want to be completely shut off from the world either, but you don't want to be watching too much negative content. You may be very influenced or very connected with technology somehow, and you're being told about that. Biological, the digital and the biological, number 52. Interesting, because that's 53 and 52. So, wow, intuitively we were guided to get a second one, and it's like, I've been shuffling these cards all day, and I've used them for a few different readings. So it's not like they just came out of the box. They are not in order. So it is remarkable that they came out like that, number 52 and number 53. So this is like, obviously it's talking about the balance between the digital and the biological, the technology and the natural world, and having the creative balance between the two. So we had the Two of Swords and the High Priestess, the Star and the Hierophant. It's like the balance between biology and digitology or something. All right, the biological card, yeah, this is natural, elemental, viable, organic, and preservation. The biological card represents the intricate web of life that connects all living beings on Earth. It invites you to recognize your place within the grand tapestry of existence, to honor the sacred interdependence that sustains us all. The biological world is a source of immense beauty, diversity, and resilience, yet it is also fragile and vulnerable to the impacts of human activity. This card calls upon you to be a responsible steward of the living world and to make choices that promote the health and well-being of all species. Celebrate your biological heritage while working to preserve it for future generations. The shadow side of this card is artificial, inorganic, lack of life force, disconnection from nature, and synthetic existence. So I think what it's talking about, and you can take this as it resonates, as it relates to you, but it's about the balance and harmony between being present in the digital realm, in the technological, but also being grounded and present in the biological, natural world. You want a good balance between nature and technology. You want to spend some time on the internet, but not too much time. Watch what you consume, you know, make sure you're not consuming too much content online. And also you want to spend time in nature. But you don't want to be completely disconnected from either of them. It's about balance. Like I said, balance and harmony between the natural world and the artificial world. Your body and your interconnectedness with nature, being a steward of the land, but also your mind, your technology, and your interconnectedness on the web online too. So we've got the web in the real world, in nature, that you're a part of, and then the web, like the internet online, that you're also a part of. So maybe you're doing something online, but you also need to make sure that you are spending enough time in nature. Spend time online, but not too much. Spend time in nature, but also maybe not too much. I don't know. I love spending time in nature, but I also spend time online. So it's like, I'm not biased to either or, but I think maybe I am a little more biased towards nature, but we do need technology too. So we need both. We need nature and we need technology. I'm thinking like cyborg. I'm thinking like we're all cyborgs. We have this technological life. Half of our life is on the internet. I'm on the internet right now on youtube.com. So it's like I am a technological being, but I also live in the forest. So I'm a natural being as well. And you want to do both, right? So there's the influence of both in your reading today. The biological, which is like the Empress, would be nature. And then the technological, the digital, which would be like Aquarius, the star card, I would say. So there's something you're doing online as well as in nature. And both of these things are important. And so allowing for the interconnectedness of these things, there's a divine order here. And I think the idea is harmony and balance throughout the entire reading today. The harmony and balance between the digital and the biological, the rational and the emotional. You don't want to swing too far in either direction. You want the middle road to rest in your center and to reflect. When you start to go to extremes, come back to your center. Spend time in stillness, solitude, and silence, and just let it be. And let yourself be, and allow yourself to receive. You can guard yourself against making mistakes, but be careful that you don't end up losing out on an opportunity because you're not willing to open up and let it be what it is. Let it happen. At the same time, like, imagine someone's in love with you and they're telling you, like, I want to be with you. And you're like, I don't believe you. No, you don't. And they're just like, oh, okay, I guess, never mind. Right? Like, how would that work out? How can somebody love you if you don't let them? Something like that. Somebody wants to offer you something. Somebody wants to give you something. It's romantic. It's personal. It's intimate. There's a higher purpose to all of this. It's important. It's profound. Do you need forgiveness? Do you need to forgive yourself and others? Do you need to release the past? Releasing pain and disappointment in order to receive love and to grow. They want something new with you and they want long term. They're offering you something long term. And they're totally serious. They're completely sincere about this. But you're worried. And you're not sure. I think you need to have a conversation with this person to sort of clear it up, or you're trying to. Okay. This has gone on long enough. Taurus. Do we want another oracle of inner peace? Let's do it. One more. We'll get one more. I feel it. Let's do it. If you want it, here we go. Oracle of unshakable inner peace. One more, please, for Taurus. Is it this one? Out of the woods. You've made it through. What newness is emerging? Number 10. You've made it through. You're out of the woods. That's funny. Out of the woods. I think that's funny because we're talking about the biological here, you know, forest, steward of the land type stuff. But anyway, out of the woods, number 10. You've worked extremely hard to get where you are right now, and the pressure has been released. You are free of the burdens that weighed you down. It may not feel like you are fully clear of the difficulty. Oh, that's what this is talking about. Okay, but this card signifies you are much further along than you realize. The past is no longer affecting you. Claim it. Claim it. The past is no longer affecting you. See this clearly. You are seeing clearly now, all right? You are free from this. You're good. Like, you are able to move forward. Take this time to celebrate as you enter a brand new phase of your life. You've grown and learned valuable life lessons. Thank your past for the blessings in disguise and celebrate that you are no longer stuck. Congratulations! This is a beautiful time because you have arrived at a new level of peace where things that used to affect you in negative ways are no longer holding you back. You've learned from the past and can now gracefully exit its confines to step into all that you are meant to be. You're stepping into all that you're meant to be. You're rising up. You're rising above it. You're stepping into it, all right? You're stepping into what you're supposed to be. Take this time to step forward with hope, happiness, and a dedication to well-being. This is a time of freedom and new beginnings. Consider the past behind you. No more closure is needed. It is in your highest good to move forward. Place your hand on your heart and repeat this mantra. I am grateful for my strength and honor my well-being. I am proud of how far I've come, and I appreciate all of my experiences. My resilience is my superpower. All is well, and I am at peace. My resilience is my superpower. All is well. I am at peace. What newness is emerging, Taurus? That's what I've got for you today. I hope this was helpful. I hope it was of service to you. If you enjoyed this and you'd like a personal reading, my email's in the description box below. You can email me. I'll let you know how it works. You let me know what you need. But in any case, I just want to say thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next one, okay? Bye-bye.